try anything.
More harpy feathers, just like you wanted.
Good work! Why, it's even a pleasure to pay you.
I gotta admit, that might have been the strangest job I've ever had.
Well, it's hardly done.
I'll hear you out, but I've got a bad feeling about...
I need a few.
Who is it that needs them? You?
But he does.
Pretty suspicious. Why didn't you tell me how many I was...
I needed to see the quality.
Let me think about it.
Where are you headed?
Wonder how many more will turn up. medallion again. I've got some more feather.
I look at them. There's your payment.
What am I supposed to do with the ones I have?
Whatever you wish. Where are you headed? Where are you headed?
Damn it.
How many more can there be? you're beautiful, my queen. My lady. You're a what? All in your...
I don't need this feather. Please take it. Pretty warm for this time of year.
It is colder usually, isn't it?
The mages must be up to...
Oh, yes. They devise with experiments. Always...
I shudder to even think about it. Pretty warm for this time of year.
It is colder.
The mages must be up...
Oh, yes.
I shudder to even think about it. I want you to have this feather. I have...
No, thank you. Neither do I.
Neither does this collector, you mean.
Yes.
I wonder why he needed a specific number of...
Perhaps to match the number of empty spaces in it?
Don't see how that would matter.
It's immensely important.
Well, I guess I don't know much about...
Where are you headed?
Damn it!
Only Philippa Eilhart may enter.
What is it, Witcher?
Who is that girl?
Cynthia, a leashed sorceress.
A charming expression. Do you also use muzzles?
Leash means a connection between a sorceress and her assistant. An unfortunate term, I admit, but it explains how things are. Cynthia can tap my power, use my spells. She's a conduit. And it's convenient, and except for the name, not derived. But you're not here to talk about Cynthia.
You said we'd need a magical object.
Magical items do not grow on trees, as you know. Luckily, this area has a long...
I was hoping you'd be...
I won't ask you to traipse around with a divining rod, but please try. I dare say Alderman Burden knows. You wanted to Remember the antidote for Saskia. It's very important. You wanted to
At the council, you mentioned artifacts.
But Why?
I have my reasons. Did you notice?
Yes. Most just
I think the curse corrupts the ghosts of the fallen.
Is that the...
Draugrs are...
Can you kill them by conventional means?
A silver sword is enough for a Draugr, but as long as the curse remains active, new ones will arise. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If I can...
For that you'll need symbols of war. Hatred, death.
Right.
Finding two will be enough.
I'd prefer courage.
Don't fuss.
I'll see what I can do. Know anything about blood?
Do you?
We're dealing with a 4th level curse, also known as the Curse of the Archmistress.
Well, well.
Thing is, until now I thought it was only a myth, that such a...
You thought wrong. There are 6 confirmed...
What about confirmed cases?
1. Achieved by a team of sorcerers led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear.
Small world.
That's not all. The curse investigated by Francesca and Sabrina was designed to end the Tyson dynasty. They were cursed by Scarlet Rodalega, a complete madman, but very talented.
So Sabrina's curse is just a
Exactly.
Can Francesca's experience help?
Certainly. I know the symbols and the work.
Care to explain? I'm the one risking.
You'll have to relive the battle and change its course at the right moment.
What happened here?
Henselt attacked Edern, but nobody won that war. Sabrina... Fireballs turned...
And Sabrina cursed.
I think so. I suspect the...
Circumstances?
She played...
I'm good for...
Come on.
I wouldn't mind a close.
Saskia needs help, Cecil. Philippa can produce an antidote.
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it? Listen, I don't know about magic, but there is a place, as long as I can remember.
Where exactly is there?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Bergen. There's a place of... Why so glum? Saskia's a tough girl.
Thanks, Cecil.
No, Witcher, I thank you. Save that lass.
You wanted to discuss... Remember the antidote for Saskia. It's very important. You wanted to
I found an
You wanted to
I'm looking for Triss,
Letho?
Voltest's killer.
Certainly. We sorceresses must...
Triss contacted you through Sheila de Tanzerville's
And I haven't heard from her since.
Can you locate her?
A megascope responds to a person's aura. If I had... You were close to her.
I've got Triss's
Have you learned anything?
Triss was here.
Why would he? There are easier ways to travel.
2 of Letho's comrades, probably those responsible for Demoven's death, were hiding among the... When it became evident in Flotsam that the king's... He could only do that by teleporting.
I assumed that Triss wanted to teleport to me, but she missed the mark and they ended up in the gullies. What happened?
Letho left her in a gully, wounded. He probably thought that she'd diversify the local troll's diet. He himself...
What about Triss?
She escaped from the troll. Everything's...
I can assure you she is not...
She has to be here.
I'll try, but it will take some time.
Sheila ordered Letho and Triss killed.
I can't
Believe it. I ran into some mercenaries she enlisted to kill Letho and anyone found.
She must have meant the other Kingslayers.
Are you so sure of Sheila?
A misunderstanding.
Maybe. Let's
I need some time. What's going on out there?
see.
What's going on?
The peasants want to take pitchforks to King Demoven's son.
What?
The Dragonslayer's servant is spreading rumors that Stennis poisoned Saskia.
Where's the prince?
Barricaded himself in his room, guarded by nobles. Help us out.
Dogs growl at cat.
Forget that. And should anything happen to Prince...
I remember.
Stupid. She just fell unconscious.
The commoners claim it's our prince's daughter.
Serfs and lords will...
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoners...
What's stopping them?
The knights. Adurnian.
Not easy to raise a...
A peasant by the name of Calton was at the council. He didn't see...
Calton's a blackguard. He'll use any excuse to raid him.
He has a taste for noble blood. They say he buries gold looted from the... Looks like things are getting...
Hear me! What do you want? I'm Scalan Baldon. Or doing a nice job then? What?
Give us the prince! Get the flame!
Stop!
Yorvith.
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in what? I don't care if you're a...
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Ster...
You want revenge. It's not...
We don't care! Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords... Your law. What then?
Where's this servant?
Safe. The square... Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's... Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a... There's more of us. Then you'll be first. We need to act quickly.
We?
The mob's akin.
I'm no pe...
We're both.
Why are you getting involved?
For her, Gwynblade. So
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk...
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared.
You'll know how to... Also, find the servant who started talking, so... You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's...
Roll it down, you surly dog! Change your tone.
Say,
when we put a
Witcher,
sick
come over
bastard
here.
on the throne.
I'd gladly hear your opinion on this.
Finally! It's obvious.
The local peasants love
The... Just...
Then that same commoner incited his folk to...
something to think of.
Save your threats for your
What would the prince gain with the
hog-smelling woman.
virgin's death?
Say,
I could
Witcher,
tell you
come
what he
over
lost
here.
with her life. Power. As I see it, every princeling likes to scheme.
Guilt must be proven. Otherwise, it's vigilante
Say,
justice.
Witcher, come over here.
Wait.
You better search.
Yeah, once...
You know Sus...
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine in...
He glad.
Where's this Willie of yours?
hiding in his shack.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth?
The prince is a wealthy lord.
Just because someone can afford gold teeth. What's it really all about?
We won.
We don't need no one.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens,
Kill him.
A land without a ruler is a nightmare.
we have a ruler, the Virgin of Ed.
It's not certain
Then we'll choose another who'll manage, but he must be one of us, lad.
And all.
And the non-humans?
We have enough dang on.
Away with
You know Saskia?
Willie of the Oblates.
He'd gladly get.
Where's this Willie of you?
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lord.
Farewell.
Give us this horsepower!
Rolling down.
Serfs and lords will never be on the same side.
If not for that damned Yorvith, the serfs would probably be hanging the prince by now.
They say someone cast a spell, and the Virgin
Nobody will
fell
believe
as
me.
if dead.
I've been looking.
I don't know.
You caused quite a commotion. Afraid of something?
No.
You're lying.
I didn't say nothing. Don't.
Tell me everything you know about the attempt on Saskia's life.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody said the Virgin is really a
What priest?
Alcan.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was putting Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. They wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the Reverend Alcan. Only he could tell you how it was. Beginning to.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind?
Maybe.
What should I do?
Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind. Hang 'em all.
Hello, Witcher.
They lie in wait for their lord and prince. I certainly hope Scalen can clean up this mess.
I need to know where Reverend Olk...
It's about...
Cecil,
I did.
did you fight here?
Of course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the battle.
That old kook Henselt. Called,
Why did he attack Edirn?
according to Henselt, Upper Edirn is the ancient legacy of the Kid.
That brazen farter had a...
Load of crap. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way,
All right. Hensel wanted to...
He rolled in, got hammered.
Cecil, that doesn't help.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking up,
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible...
bloody hell, no peace.
I want to help them, but I need to know...
Very well. A beautiful day that grew hot later. Very hot. When Vandergrift attacked in the afternoon, He sent the Dun banner at the... But we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we decimated the Dun banner. But that was only the beginning. Seltkirk was our commander. Everywhere he appeared, the Kidwennies gave ground. Then, Vandegrift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody's... Yes. There were no more. They say it was the doing of a Kidwenny sorceress who won.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it. They'd already met once, at a jousting tournament in Ardcraig. Seltkirk won there. He beat on the visitors. Seltkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Vandegrift was so pissed off after that, I bet he cut down Selk.
Vandegrift is dead. What happened?
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only her hand can tame the hit. After the battle, when...
You captured the Dun banner standard?
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitors sent them to their deaths. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers. Killed a lot of our lads, but for every Dunner, there were 7 Adarnians. Aye, we captured their...
I'm going to need that Thanks, Cecil, that was helpful. I think I know...
Madame Eilhard claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death. Vandegrift...
I have a feeling Philippa has a handle on...
Here's hoping you're...
Nothing interesting.
Hello, Witcher. Greetings.
If not for that damned Jorvith, the serfs would probably be hanging them.
When we put a prince has it coming?
Enough of this sh...
Try to be reasonable, folks!
We've talked enough! Come on!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide and scale.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother...
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and con...
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis... Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is...
That's why! The mongrel
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her he was, but us lads ain't so dumb as you...
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the...
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this, sir? The answer is simple.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons! Squirrel!
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact.
A good point. We can't be sure if the...
Stennis is blowing hot and cold everywhere!
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult.
Tell us who else would do it! A peasant won't... A pig won't cut its own throat! A
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the... Yes! Is Serene... Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought...
Olkin was on Stennis' leash like a dog.
How?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the...
Is Stennis some dimwit found Olcan got what he...
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
It appears Stennis would benefit the most from Saskia's...
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with... What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen? You stand before royal majesty. In this world there are crimes, just as a mother killing her own child. A crime... And what about you, Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you? I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a...
Those are words worth...
I am the one you should look to.
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? What will happen if we allow it? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from... And where will it lead?
The peasants are furious. But they haven't forgotten about Stennis. It'll be that way until Saskia regains...
She won't keep order by strength alone.
Unless it's a great strength.
And royal blood.
5 courts go to waste.
There's also Henselt.
Going into that hole.
No. Anything involving Stennis will...
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hide.
You'll make it in time?
I must.